Hello everyone. Welcome to the Bedtime Stories. This is a tale of a young boy and his adventure. I hope you guys like it. The Song of the Ancient Grove. Phase 1. The Awakening. In ancient times, there was a valley called the Valley of Seven Springs, where 7 streams flowed down from the mountains, each singing its own melody. A young shepherd named Kael lived there. He possessed a rare gift. He could hear the breathing of the earth itself. His grandmother, old Mira, the last storykeeper who remembered when humans and nature spoke as equals. The guardian spirit sleeps in the ancient grove, she told him, waiting for someone to remember how to listen. One autumn evening, sitting beneath the great oak, Kael heard a voice. "I am dying. Young shepherd, the valley forgets how to breathe. Walk the old paths, visit the 4 sacred places, and renew the bonds." Kael agreed, and his journey began. Phase 2. The Mountain of Echoes. Kael traveled north for days until he reached the Mountain of Echoes, where wind spoke in many voices. Following a single pure note only he could hear, he climbed to a cave of ice. Inside hung the Heartstone, black as obsidian with silver veins pulsing weakly. Using his grandmother's hearthstone, Kael struck sparks in the frozen chamber. "Even in deepest winter, the promise of fire remains," he said. "Remember your purpose, to hold winter so it can give way to spring." The Heartstone blazed bright. "I remember the cycle," it said. The north was renewed. Phase 3. The Whispering Marsh. Southward, Kael entered the Whispering Marsh, where water and land intertwined. An egret guided him to a willow tree on a mirror-still pool. Inside the hollow trunk floated a sphere of water, the memory pool. "Water remembers everything," a liquid voice said. "But humans have forgotten to honor what gives life." Kael poured in his grandmother's blessed water. Light rippled through the sphere, showing visions of people offering gratitude to the springs. "I remember the covenant," the voice sighed. "Water gives life, and life gives honor." The south was healed. Phase 4. The Singing Cliffs. At the western cliffs, where wind created music on stone, a great hawk appeared. "You must trust completely," it said. "Step off the edge." Kael thought of all he'd learned, winter and summer, water and earth, all working together. He stepped off the cliff. The wind caught him gently. The hawk guided him to the wind keeper, a figure of flowing air. "Your trust reminds me that change is not loss but transformation," the wind keeper said. "I renew my bond with the valley." The west was restored. Phase 5. The Fire Circle. In the east, Kael reached the fire circle, where a figure of flame awaited. "I am transformation's blade," the fire dancer said. "You must walk through fire and emerge renewed." Kael entered the circle. As they walked through flames, he said, "Burn away fear and greed. Forge remembering and gratitude." Fire rose around them, but Kael felt only transformation. "The bond is renewed," the fire dancer proclaimed. The east blazed with sacred purpose. Phase 6. The Return. Instantly, Kael stood before the great oak. The ancient grove shimmered with renewed life. Streams sang clearly, trees stood tall, birds filled the air. "You have renewed the bonds," the guardian said. "Will you teach others to listen?" "I will," Kael promised. He became a storykeeper, teaching people to honor water, trust wind, and understand fire's sacred purpose. The valley thrived because people remembered they were not masters of nature but part of it. In the ancient grove, the great oak still whispers to anyone willing to listen, "We are all part of one song, one breath, one living world." Sleep deeply, dream peacefully. You too are part of nature's sacred story. Good night. Crescent moon sparkles.